a new Vulcan trailer is out. Have you seen it? I have. And in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to share it with you. But also, as we are now probably 4 days after the announcement about the rebranding of SafuuX to Vulcan, you know, it's been percolating in my head a little bit, and I'm just going to share a few more of my thoughts with you on all of that. So without further ado, let's go. Come on in, my dear friend, take a seat. I don't have any tea today. I'm still on my gorgeous Christmas holiday in Ireland. And if you're interested, I'm going to give you just a little couple of minutes about what I've been up to towards the end of this video, so stick around for that. I will say, as I always do, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just on my Christmas holiday talking about all sorts of exciting things. So please do your own research. And as always, I would ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy this content, then please do hit that subscription button down below. Thank you. Now I will explain my attire. You see, I'm all bundled up in a warm, cozy scarf. It's not because I'm cold. I'm in my auntie's beautifully cozy, gorgeous house. But this is generally what I wear around Christmas time. This big scarf, and also I've got some cozy socks. I just love being cozy at this time of year. Who doesn't? But also it's that really weird time of year, isn't it? It's kind of no man's land when it comes to Christmas, and we tend to talk about the number of days either after Christmas or before New Year. And it's funny, we were all together last night, and somebody said, what day is it? And we said, well, it's St. Stephen's Day, Boxing Day. And no, what day is it? And we all kind of, oh, I don't know. Somebody said it's Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. No, it's Monday. It's all very confusing. But today is the Tuesday after Christmas and before New Year. So about an hour or so ago, Bryan tweeted with a brand new trailer for Vulcan, and you may have seen it. It's about a minute long, so I will just share it with you here. What do you think? I love it. And it's funny, you know, the whole Vulcan rebranding has been percolating away in my brain across the last 3 or 4 days. And I did release a video just on the day that it was announced. It was just my first few thoughts. It was a very quick video. And I am even more convinced now that this is a great move. And just looking at that trailer, you know, what it gives me is actually, I don't know if it gives you this, but it gives me Viking vibes. Kind of Norseman. I think the soundtrack is really interesting. It's kind of primitive or medieval. And I love it, you know, the fire pit being at the center of it, which we know the fire pit is everything to Vulcan. But now to have that imagery that kind of makes sense at the center of this branding, I think is really powerful. And I think for me, what this really crystallizes for me now is actually the power of storytelling. We now have, with this new brand, we have a story to tell. And I don't think we necessarily had that with SafuuX. And I know a number of people that I used to talk to about SafuuX and Safuu, obviously, and they say, Safuu, what does that mean? SafuuX, what does it mean? And I kind of just say, it's an acronym, it means sustainable, blah, 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 something I can't quite remember. But now you say Vulcan and go, whoa, because the very word Vulcan just brings imagery with it. And, you know, I have said to a few of my friends and relatives, oh, SafuuX has rebranded to Vulcan. And to a man and woman, they have said, that's great, that makes sense, I understand that. I don't know what SafuuX is, that didn't make sense to me, but Vulcan, I understand more. So I think this is really powerful. We have a story to tell, and we can now really tell it through images and not just having to say, well, it means blah, 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 blah. Vulcan, forging, fire, volcano. It all just adds absolutely to the brand, which is exactly one of the major points that Bryan was talking about in the AMA the other day. It's strengthening that brand, and as part of that we have the story to tell. I love it. What I would say is a plea or a shout out to anybody that holds Vulcan or will be holding Vulcan. Please, please do your bit in supporting and joining the new Discord. I'll pop a link down below to make sure that you can get there if you haven't already joined. It's so important that we're all part of the discussion going forward. And you can see day by day, more people are coming in, it's getting more vibrant. The discussions are, it's kind of mirroring what used to happen in SafuuX and in Safuu. So please do that. Also be very mindful. And Bryan has made this very clear in a post that he put in Discord a couple of days ago. He is very clear that Vulcan is completely separate from Safuu. They're completely two different projects. And I think we all need to be really mindful of that, which is why it's so important that you join the Vulcan Discord. But also don't forget to follow Vulcan Bryan on Twitter. That's a brand new Twitter account and we need to get those numbers up. Bryan told us it was important to have that community behind all of this so that the central exchanges that we are so longing for will take us seriously, and you know, we can become part of their network as well. So really important, get into Discord, get into Twitter, do whatever you can to get the word out there, but also don't talk about Vulcan in Safuu Discord. They're completely separate. There will always be a link, of course, and we know Bryan has clarified that Safuu will provide a bridge to Vulcan. There'll be a liquidity pool with Safuu and Vulcan, but beyond that, treat them as two completely separate projects, because that's exactly what they are. Also, just to kind of recount the joy that I had this Christmas in giving Safuu and or Vulcan to some of my family members, and I now have 4 family members that are investors because I gave them some tokens and or coins for Christmas. I was literally so excited about doing this. So what I did was I wrapped up a SafePal wallet for each of them. When I say each of them, I'm talking about my son, my daughter, and my 2 brothers. And my son and daughter have now got both Safuu and Vulcan, and my 2 brothers have got Vulcan. So I've wrapped up, I set up their wallets, gosh, weeks and weeks ago when we were sacrificing. So I wrapped them up a SafePal wallet, and in it I added, so there's the SafePal wallet, and I kind of gave them a little bit of a briefing. I'm not going to read it, but you can see I kind of put all this together, a little note for them explaining what Safuu and Vulcan are, about the rebasing, and actually what it might mean for them. I gave some examples of what it could mean if they hold till July and beyond. So I was so excited. None of them are really into crypto. My son has held some crypto before, so he is familiar. And I haven't really spoken to my brothers yet. I will see them next week across New Year, so I'll be kind of talking them through their wallets and stuff like that. And my daughter's not here, but speaking to her, she was so excited. She was saying, Mum, what does this mean? Is this going to change my life? And I'm like, yes, it could well change your life. And interestingly, I was out having coffee with my son yesterday. We went to a gorgeous cafe. Actually, the cafe I was talking about the other day, the Goat in the Boat, we went back there for coffee. And, you know, again, we were talking about what it might mean. And suddenly, he's talking about aspirations that he's had for a while, but that he might now be able to achieve. So, you know, what does this mean? Well, Mum, what does it mean? Will I be able to maybe set up my own business at some point in the future? Yes. Yes. You know, it's potentially life-changing stuff. I was so excited to give all of that, and hopefully to enable some members of my close family to live their dreams. Who knows what's going to come down the line, but that was a great Christmas present I gave them, right? So that's kind of the end of the Vulcan chat. I just want to leave you though with just a couple of minutes of what I've been doing across the last few days. Of course, I am in Ireland. The place I'm in is a little town called Bryan, which is about 20 miles north of Dublin, so we're very close. So the first thing to bring you is just a few glimpses of our Christmas Eve, which we spent in Dublin. We go there and we just soak up the atmosphere really, and it didn't let us down. So here we are crossing the very famous Halfpenny Bridge, called so because people used to have to pay a halfpenny to get across it to the other side of the River Liffey. Oh, I love this place. And we've also got some really, I just took a few examples of some really colourful buildings in Dublin. Everything's so characterful, it's gorgeous. And then of course we did do a little bit of shopping. Here we are in the Stephen's Green shopping centre, which looked fantastic with all the Christmas lights. And then one of my very favourite spots in Dublin, which is the Powers Court House shopping centre. And basically this is a beautiful old Georgian house that used to be owned by Lord and Lady Powerscourt that has been turned into a shopping centre, and some beautiful little shops in here. And then of course a day in Dublin would not be complete without a wonderful Prosecco lunch, and one of our favourite places to go is a little place called the Seaside Cafe, or it's also known as Claw, K-L-A-W. It's a tiny little place that specialises in seafood. I'm not big on seafood, but there's always something on the menu that I can have, so here's a little glimpse of it. So that was wonderful. Then Christmas Eve in the evening, we always go to Mass. I didn't take any footage for that because I thought it was a little bit disrespectful, but we always spend that time together at Christmas Mass. And then of course Christmas Day, spent at my auntie's house. There were 9 of us for dinner. I didn't take a lot of footage. I didn't want to be poking my video camera in people's faces on Christmas Day, but just here's a little glimpse of our Christmas table. And of course, this is exactly what Christmas is all about. And then Boxing Day, or St. Stephen's Day, as it's known in Ireland, really spent chilling. We went for a wonderful walk. It was a beautiful day, so we went to a little house not far from here called Ardgillan, and we always go there every Christmas just for a beautiful walk. Here we are. So I'm here with the current Mr. Chalk and the Boy Chalk. And the Boy Chalk is now obviously a Vulcan holder. And here they are making the Mr. Spock Vulcan sign. So they're all on board here. That's so funny. And my boy's now joined Discord. His Discord name is here. So I don't know how active he's going to be. But if you see him around and about, then please do say hello to Chalk Talk Boy. And then last night, St. Stephen's night, we always go to my cousin's house, which is just down the road. And we always drink and make merry. She does a lovely spread, so we enjoy lots of great food and drink. And then we always play a game. We played Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? But really, I'm just going to leave you with the image that, apart from family, but the other image that just crystallises for me Christmas in Ireland. And it's this beautiful open fire. So that was wonderful. So I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna join my family for what's just gonna be a chill day, watching telly and chatting. The current Mr. Chalk has gone out playing golf with the boy Chalk. So the boys are having a bit of a day today. They love golf, and that's of course something you need to do when you come to Ireland. So a bit of a chill day, but I don't want to miss out on that. So I will see you for now, and I hope to see you in the next few days. But of course, I'm going to say, dear Vulcans, live long in prosperity, and cheers.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.